In 1969, a killer mailed a coded message to 3 California newspapers. He didn't ask for help. He didn't beg to be caught. He gave them a deadline. Decode this cipher within 8 days, or I will kill again. The Zodiac operated in Northern California between 1968 and 1969. 5 confirmed victims. Possibly dozens more. He attacked couples, at night, in isolated areas. And then, he wrote about it. Letters to the police. Letters to journalists. Taunting. Specific. Almost clinical. He described the murders in detail that only the killer could know. He included pieces of his victims' clothing as proof. He signed every letter the same way. A crosshair. Not a name. Not a face. Just a symbol. Designed to haunt. What made the Zodiac different wasn't the kills. It was the control. He controlled the narrative. He controlled the fear. He controlled when law enforcement moved, and when they froze. He didn't just evade capture. He exposed every gap in the system. Detectives in 3 separate counties were chasing the same man and couldn't share information fast enough. There was no unified database, no behavioral profiling unit. The FBI had no framework yet for this kind of killer. The Zodiac wasn't lucky. He was operating in a system that wasn't built to catch him. He sent for ciphers in total. The first, the Z408, was cracked within a week. Not by the FBI, by a high school teacher and his wife. The message inside wasn't a confession. It wasn't remorse. It was a manifesto. He wrote that killing gave him a thrill. That his victims would become his slaves in the afterlife. The second cipher, the Z340, went unsolved for 51 years. 51 years. It wasn't cracked until 2020 by a team of private code breakers using modern computing. The FBI confirmed the solution. The third and fourth ciphers remain unsolved to this day. Over 2,500 suspects have been investigated across 5 decades. The most credible, Arthur Leigh Allen, was questioned multiple times. Circumstantial evidence stacked against him. A witness named him directly. He was never charged. He died in 1992. His DNA did not match samples recovered from the crime scene letters. After Allen, the leads dried up. New techniques, new technology. New investigators. None of it was enough. The case didn't close dramatically. There was no breakthrough moment, no deathbed confession. It simply went cold, and stayed cold. The last confirmed Zodiac letter arrived in 1974. Then, nothing. No more ciphers. No more taunts. No more crosshairs in the mail. Whether he stopped killing, moved on, or simply vanished into ordinary life, nobody knows. That silence may be the most unsettling part of the entire case. Here's what no one says out loud about the Zodiac. He may have died of old age. He may have watched documentaries about himself, read books written about his crimes, sat in a quiet room knowing that every detective, every code breaker, every analyst never got close enough. He won. And he knew it. The Zodiac Killer case remains officially open in Vallejo, Napa, and San Francisco to this day. No arrest, no confession, no closure, just a crosshair, still unsigned. Subscribe for weekly breakdowns of the cases that changed criminal investigation forever. The full psychological profile, link in